And we're back on Central Valley Talk. Thanks for joining us today. My next guest, John Hernandez from Web City Press. We're going to talk about the big changes that Google just made. If you have a website, this could affect you.
Definitely.
Yeah. How are you, John?
I'm great. Glad to see you're back in town.
I just got back from Dubai. Had a spectacular time. Yeah. Let's set this up for people. You have a website for your business. It looks fine on your computer at work, but these days most people aren't looking at the computer. They're looking at their little smartphones. And sometimes what looks fine on the big desktop computer does not look fine when it's displayed on your phone. And Google is now changing the way that your business shows up in searches if your display on the phone is messed up. Did I summarize that pretty well?
You're in short, yes. What you're looking at is the Google leap to mobile friendly. It's called, your sites need to be mobile friendly now.
If your site is mobile friendly, Google will rank you higher than if your site is not mobile friendly.
Correct. And the algorithm that was launched on the 21st of last month now favors those that are mobile friendly. Very, very important if your website, like you said, it's kind of the opposite, is that in many cases on laptops, you're getting the bigger screens, that you're getting on your computer. Where with smartphones, it's that small screen. You've got to be able to fit in there just like that. And the sites that we build at Web City Press, we made that decision a long time ago to go to mobile friendly. Every site we build is mobile friendly. So it's set up in order to be picked up by smartphones and tablets and things of that sort.
So. We're not going to mention who it was, but I showed you during the break on my cell phone a website that I just looked at yesterday where all of the printing was all squished. It just doesn't look right on my smartphone. It looks fine on a regular computer.
Correct.
So if I was the owner of that website, I would come to you and say, fix it.
Yes, definitely. That's part of what we do at Web City Press. Is we are helping businesses jump from mobile to from conventional to mobile friendly websites. Very, very important.
Well, you don't jump from you. Yeah. It's all. Yeah. You want both.
Yeah, you want both. But when I say is that jump from is meaning adding it. You need to add that in some way, shape, or form. In many cases, sometimes you'll have to do the whole website over because it all depends on the platform that it's built on. And when you look at all the websites that are out on the internet, a good percentage of them were all built in the 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s. So there's only about 10% of the sites that are out there on the web that are mobile friendly right now.
We forget how. I mean, these things have not been around that long. The phones. I mean, we take them for granted now.
Yes.
10 years ago, they didn't exist.
Exactly. And like I said, ever since that smartphone came out in 2007, you've seen a steady migration to the mobile friendly. And like I said, I'm sitting there at a restaurant, and there's a customer that came in, and she's saying that she's looking at her phone doing her shopping. And I asked her, I said, so do you do all your how do you do your shop? She goes, oh, well, I just do it on the fly. Where I decide where I'm going to go for eat lunch. I decide where I'm going to go shop. That's the new customer now. The new customer is a mobile-friendly customer. In many cases, the wife or the man or the woman on the phone deciding where they want to go and when they want to go. Very, very important that you're there, and that's the key. You need to make sure your business is mobile-friendly.
Okay, so I'm sure a business owner is saying, "Oh, it sounds expensive. Going to have to redo all this stuff." Is it fairly expensive to do?
Not really. No, it's not that expensive. And
well, better than the alternative. Exactly. If people can't look at your website on their phones.
The key is, and there's a big difference between where you do it and when you do it. Like, for instance, you'll see a lot of these big giant conglomerates that are coming into our valley and other parts of the nation talking about building them a website for free. Well, nothing's really for free. It's actually what you're going to be paying them a monthly fee for a very long time. We build sites and you own the site. That's the key. Is we custom build to own, and that's the key. So you could own a website for as little as less than $2,000. You could have a new website. In some cases a little less, and sometimes a little more, depending on the complexity of your site.
And that would include the normal for your computer and also for the mobile.
Correct. It would be built for both. All the sites that we build are mobile friendly.
Okay.
And they're out the door, and like I said, they get results. There's a difference also between building a site that's on the internet and getting a site that's on the internet and gets results. Those are two different things.
Sure they are.
You need to make sure your website has teeth. and they have things like meta tags and other things that will grab the customer and bring them in. And those are things that we do at Web City Price. Like I said, we have a nice little gumbo we put together, a nice recipe, and it gets a lot of great results for our customers.
Real quickly, what other kinds of things are you involved with down there at Web City?
Well, I'll tell you what we also do is we also do graphic design. We also do commercials, TV, things of that sort. We buy media also, but for the most part, though, we do focus in on the web. And what we also do is we focus in on those shopping type of sites too, the very complex sites that we do. One of the most complex sites we just did was for the food safety, world food safety, new they call it GGAP, Global Gap standards. These are for like farmers here in the valley.
Okay.
They have to fill out certain paperwork in order to make sure that their crops are compliant. You know, they need to know how much pesticide they put on them, how much water they put, what all the ingredients that goes into that, and they have to file all that stuff and have it available when they ship it to whoever they're going to ship it to, whether it be Sweden, whether it be Asia, whether it be Australia, wherever it's going to go. So they have to have that documentation. Very, very complex, but we built a site, very complex, that covers all of those standards, and it's able to, the person out in the field that's out in the middle of nowhere, sitting there administering the pesticides or picking the crops or doing anything, will be able to fill that out on their phone, exactly what they do, English and Spanish, ready to go, and out the door. And that's something that was very, very, very difficult to do, but we did it, and it's a dynamic site, and we're going to be launching that site very, very soon.
Wow. You don't just put the fruit in the box anymore and ship it
No,
off,
no,
do
you don't.
Wow. All right. Web City Press. John Hernandez, thank you for coming in today.
No,
Where
thank
can
you.
folks find you online?
You can just go to webcitypress.com, or they can call 485-5500 and ask for me.
There you go. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more on Central Valley Talk.